You won't believe how Tony's talk with Cap shook him up, especially after seeing his selfie with Spidey hilarious. Finally, Tony, inspired by Scott's wild ideas, he ran a data simulation. Surprisingly, he built a practical model. His eagerness to return beat the thought of giving up, so he rejoined. Meanwhile, Banner's time machine was ready, though experiments went awry each time they entered the time vortex. Each time, a different stage Scott returned, old or young. Everyone witnessed his growth. Cap pondered deeply, but just then, the roar of a sports car came from afar, and Tony arrived like a superstar in his cosmic car, bringing Cap's old shield for the reunion. As the members gathered one by one, including Nebula, they reunited, but where on earth was Thor? Their worry levels were through the roof. Banner and Rocket decided to track down Thor, but what they found was a 300-pound couch potato version of Thor that left them speechless. Once hunky muscle man now indulges in junk food, drinks, and gaming, heartbroken over past defeats. Thor's unconcerned, but Rocket's pep talk reignites his fire. There's a dog on the ship, and what else could you want? Thor finally agreed to rejoin the squad, but his new look shocked everyone into giggles. Meanwhile, Black Widow arrived in Tokyo alone, becoming a ruthless killer post-snap. 5 years, she hunted gangs worldwide. When she revealed her plan, Hawkeye rejoined without hesitation, and the Avengers reunited soon. This mission, traverse time for Infinity Stones, then snapped to save lives. Thanos took like a sci-fi hit. Everything ready, Avengers split into 3 teams, heading to different times and places for the stones, and Black Widow excitedly urged safety. As the time wheel spun, teams were sent to their planned spots right in time for the Chitauri to invade. It was a tense moment. Banner, seeing the once angry Hulk now unleash amazing power, was moved to hug him. Everyone suggested, smash something to get back in the groove. Subtitles. Then a comically amusing scene unfolded as everyone separated to follow the agreement. Banner was sent to the mystical sanctum in New York, only to bump into one battling the Chitauri. He tried to call for Doctor Strange, but was met with a firm no. Helpless, Banner tried to seize it, but was slapped out by the Ancient One. Meanwhile, the other squad split up. Tony flew in stealth mode to the top of Stark Tower, just in time to witness Loki getting caught by the Avengers. Hydra's goons stuffed Loki's scepter into a case, and Tony was so focused on the spectacle that he missed his golden chance. Another Tony casually picked it up, and the mission went off without a hitch, but just as he reached the door, suddenly a Hulk appeared, and the cosmic cube rolled over to Loki's feet, who snatched it up without a second thought, vanishing in a poof. At that time, Banner, never meeting the Ancient One, watched his body lie helplessly nearby. With no other choice, Banner recounted the situation to the Ancient One, and upon learning that Stephen would hand over the stone willingly in the future, the Ancient One changed her attitude, gave Banner the stone, and told him to return it to avert uncontrollable disasters. Meanwhile, Tony was all set to leave with the scepter when he bumped into his past self. Upon meeting, past Tony mistook the other for Loki in disguise, sparking a self-battle. In the chaos future, and past Tony fought fiercely with no clear winner, but the wiser future Tony ultimately prevailed. With a clever line of "You're still alive," he lured the past Tony in, zapping him with the scepter, and when they reunited, future Tony and Banner scored the stone, but Tony's task went up in smoke, forcing him to jump back to 1970s New Jersey to hunt down the cosmic cube along with more pin particles. Risks were immense. Under team guidance, Tony reached SHIELD's secret vault, using his wit. Pinpoint the cube's location. Just as he was about to stash it in the case, he accidentally encountered his father, Howard Stark, which left him totally blown away. Howard didn't recognize Tony, just a hint of familiarity. They laughed, chatted about parenting, hilarious. Tony received a gift from his dad, and in just a few minutes, he realized his father wasn't harsh like he'd imagined. Banner obtained pin particles in the lab, accidentally entered Carter's office, and felt a rush of emotion seeing a photo. Planning to reconnect with his love, he ultimately held back those feelings for the sake of the greater mission. Upon returning to base, the team brought back varied news. Thor and Rocket snagged a particle from Asgard in 2013, and Thor happily got his hand. However, the bad news. The Soul Stone required a life for a life. Hawkeye was ready to sacrifice himself, but Black Widow jumped in before he could. Everyone was plunged into deep sorrow. Banner was fuming, and just when the team planned to use all 6 Infinity Stones to bring back those lost lives, a traitor lurked secretly. Nebula and Rhodes plotted, reaching 2014 morgue, and found past Star-Lord by chance. Rhodes snapped, hit Star-Lord, snatched the keys, and got the Power Stone. But while heading back, Nebula's system went haywire. Past Nebula and future Nebula connected, and Thanos caught wind of the Avengers' plans through their link, disguised as future Nebula to infiltrate the Avengers, while Tony and others rushed to make the enhanced Infinity Gauntlet. Thanks to Rocket's support, the gauntlet was finished on schedule, and now they just needed to pick someone to do the finger snap. Thor was itching to take charge but was quickly shut down by the crew. In the end, it was Banner who stepped up for the job as the gauntlet slid onto his hand. Cosmic energy surged as he mustered all strength, snapped like Thanos, and instantly collapsed in agony. Everyone rushed to help, and faintly, they heard the sound of small brains outside. Hawkeye's wife called, and it felt like those lost lives were about. However, Nebula secretly activated the time machine. Thanos, long awaited, zipped through time to the Avengers base in his ship. Thanos showed no mercy, ordered the ship to max output, raining shells that reduced the base to nothingness.